Ontario's First Nations called this region the Kawarthas, meaning bright waters and happy lands. Since that time, life in the area has continued to revolve around the water. Once pivotal to the local economy, today the Kawarthas' bright waters make it a holiday destination, centered on its rivers, lakes, locks, and waterways. Everywhere you turn, you find water and people enjoying it. For people who travel to Peterborough and the Kawarthas for the waterways and the great outdoors, there is one very special reason to go indoors.
The vast array of lakes and rivers in this area were utilized obviously by First Nations people in not only birch bark canoes but dugout canoes. They were running out of the materials that they needed. That's how that change came about from the dugout and birch bark canoes into the wood canoes, the cedar canvas canoes. Peterborough was the center of canoe building in North America, and especially in Canada, with many patents. More patents on canoe building were issued in the Peterborough area than anywhere else. And over the years, these different styles of canoes were produced here until the industry basically died. The Peterborough canoe is a general name for canoes that are known around North America. It basically means a style of cedar canvas canoe. The Canadian Canoe Museum has the world's largest collection of canoes, and in this museum you get a complete journey of canoe making in North America, and especially in Peterborough. I work in this area here, and it's called the Living Tradition Workshop. I build these boats for use by the museum. I built an umiak, which is an Inuit open skin-on-frame boat, like a big whaling boat, 25 feet long, was built right here. That boat is to be used for public events, also for our summer paddling camp. It's my nature to build things I can use, to know that what I'm building is going to be used and that it will be paddled by people and enjoyed. I'd be surprised if there's been more than 10 umiaks built in the world in the last 50 years. It's almost a lost art. So it's a very unique boat. It was a wonderful experience learning to build this. That was 6 months of learning something almost every day. We also have paddle making workshops, which I teach here. People are learning skills that are very hard to come by. And almost everyone walks away with a great sense of accomplishment. People are making a paddle and taking a paddle home and using that paddle that they created themselves, or restoring their canoe that was their parents' possibly canoe, and bring it back to life. Never would have thought I would have been a good teacher. Their desire to learn is a great motivator for me to be able to pass on some of the things that I know. So there's hundreds of paddles out there that have been created in this workshop, quite often by people that have never made anything out of wood in their life, and most of them are being used to paddle a canoe. And maybe even right as we speak, there's somebody using a beautiful cherry paddle that they made right here. I love paddling a kayak that I made myself with a paddle that I made myself.
And today we might get you in the umiak you made yourself.
I'm looking very much forward to it. I worked on that boat over 6.5 months, a neighborhood of 580 hours, and I'm very interested to see how that boat paddles.
Russ, how does it feel now she's in the water?
Wonderful, love it.